are a couple of the biggest challenges that JT, you guys offensively will face this week versus the other?
You know, it seems to be the theme of the year of defensive lines moving and shifting a lot. That's tough. It's tough on an O-line. And, you know, I thought we handled it a lot better last week. But it's tough. And, you know, that'll be a challenge again. You know, they do a good job of mixing up coverages. So we'll have to be great pre-snap, but he'll have to be really, really good post-snap and see what's happening to him, you know, once the ball snapped, because they do a good job of disguising and making their coverages look the same pre-snap. So that'll be two things that, you know, you'll see going into the game that hopefully we are well prepared for, and, you know, hopefully we make plays in those situations.
Statistically, the Washington State game is probably JT's best game. Just 3 touchdowns. What did he do last week that maybe you liked? Or
well, he gave good players a chance to make plays, and those good players made the plays. You know, there's going to be times in a game where you got to throw a 50-50 ball, and you know, fortunately for us this week, we made a lot of those 50-50 plays, and if we didn't, they were pushing us in PIs. So, you know, I thought he gave the receivers a chance, and I thought the receivers did a really nice job of catching it. That would be the number one thing he did.
He doesn't seem to be gun shy with some of the throws he attempts.
He has no fear, and that's what you want. I want a quarterback that I got to pull back before having to push him to throw it down there. I don't want a guy that plays scared. I want him to take chances, and I want him to rip it in there. And if I got to pull him back, I will. But right now he's seeing it clear, which is a good thing. You know, we never want to turn the ball over. That's not what I'm saying. But we want to when we call a shot, we want to take it, and we want to let our really good players go up and make plays. And you know, I think that's the, you know, I've said it ever since he's been here, is the no fear and, you know, no conscience. He doesn't remember bad things or good things, which as a quarterback, that's the way you got to be. You know, bad stuff's going to happen every game. Bad stuff happens at practice. It's always going to happen. You got to forget about it, and you got to go make another play, because you're going to have another opportunity to go win a game. And that's what's really special about it.
So you're not in a position where you want to hold him back at this point?
No, like absolutely not. And I don't ever see that position. No, we don't play to lose. We play aggressive. And when we call and throw the ball down the field, I want him launching, and I want him to freaking throw it. Now, and we're not throwing it in double coverage. He's got to find the right matchup, but we're throwing.
Plays that I should be looking for in that game.
The 2 throws that he made versus cover 2. One was to Pitt down the left sideline in a 2-minute drill, and one was to Tyler Vaughn down the right side. Both of them versus cover 2. He made a field hole shot twice. That is high-level throws. Those throws are not. You don't make those throws very often unless you're a really good football player and a really good quarterback. And you got to have the confidence to make that. Those were his 2. You know, Tyler made a great play on the second one. He jumped up over the guy and made a heck of a play. But quarterback threw the ball in a spot that only our guy could catch it, and he gave a really good player a chance to make a play. The first one to Pittman down the sideline, that's a long throw in between a low corner and a high safety. That's a tough throw to make, and he made it twice. So those would be the 2 plays that I would be honest.
Is that the one where he was just out of bounds? I mean, just out of the end zone?
Well, that was a, you know, that's a fade ball. That was also cover 2. We had called it. You know, you got 10 seconds left, right? So you know you got 2 passes, but you got to throw them fast. You got to get. There is no read the coverage. You got to make a decision, pre-snap, and throw it. So the first time he had one-on-one with Tyler, and he made a great throw. We didn't make a play. It is what it is. The second time, they doubled Tyler. Well, you want to. Where can you get the ball quickest to your wideout? It's in the boundary, right? Well, good by Washington State. They doubled Tyler the second time into the boundary. So he took the field shot. Well, it's a great throw again in the cover 2, and you know, my opinion, it's a touchdown. They didn't give it to us. That's not. You know, we tell our kids all the time to control what we can control what we can control. I can't control that, so they didn't give it to us. So it is what it is. But I thought it was 2 really good decisions, and the second throw to Pitt. First off, kudos to the kid from Pitt for making that play, because that was a heck of a catch. But it was good by the quarterback for being in that spot as well.
You guys were able to run that opening drive on every play and score, running the ball only. What impact do you feel like that might have had on the rest of the game for you guys offensively?
Yeah, it helps. You know, it slows the rush down a little bit. You know what it did was it slowed their movement down a little bit. You know, they they do a good job of moving up front and slanting back the other way and moving and slanting that way, and that's tough. That's tough on an O-line. But when you catch them and you can split one of those gaps, which is what we did twice, then you get big plays. So what they're doing is high risk, high reward. And sometimes they're going to get a sack or they're going to get a big play in the backfield. But sometimes we're going to split them and not allow them to basically stunt into that gap. And then you see 55-yard runs like Stephen Carr had. So I think it slowed that down a little bit, which in turn helped us offensively the rest of the night.
That was the first time JT's really been in a back-and-forth game like that on the college level. What was it like to kind of see him operate in the second half?
He was good. He was awesome. You know, and that's what you look for as a coach is when he comes over to the sidelines, he never was rattled. You know, we knew it was going to be a little bit of a shootout. You know, I don't care who they play, that team's going to score some points. They're good on offense. They got good wideouts and a really damn good quarterback. So we knew they were going to score a little bit. So, you know, we were in a mindset of that we knew we had to go score. And he was great the whole second half. He was great the whole game. You know, he had a great look in his eye, was engaged, and every time he came over, you know, he's got good suggestions. And, you know, I got good things to tell him. And it's a great conversation on the sideline.
Well, it seemed like, at least from my vantage point, he made less low percentage throws, more throws that he could complete. Is that the way you saw it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. He, you know, the couple fade balls that we hit, I thought he did a nice job of giving the receivers a chance. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was a lot of easy ones. I wish there was a couple more we left out there. There were some easy throws that, you know, I think he would like to have back. But for the most part, yeah, he did a good job of taking the easy ones and moving us down the field.
Is that growth even from the previous 2 weeks right there?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's what we came out of the Texas game going is, hey, when we got an easy one, they're just going to give us one, you got to take it, you know. And, you know, I thought there were some things we needed to get better at after Texas, and that's on me. And I thought we got better at those in practice, and we carried it over to the game, which was good to see.
Thank you.